Hello everyone, this is Shruti Patil working as an assistant professor in the Department of IT, MLR Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. So today we are going to see about what is prototype model in software engineering. So before going to start what is prototype model, in today's topic we are going to cover about the definition of prototype model and what are the phases we are going to include in the prototype model and advantages and disadvantages. So we'll start one by one. So now first we are going to see about what is prototype model. So as a definition we are going to see it here. Prototype model is a software development model. This also come under the software development process. Okay, so prototyping model is a software development model which is a prototype is built. Okay, prototype is built means what happens, supposing that we are collecting the requirement as we discussed in SDLC. We have collected the requirement from the customer and here company is going to develop any of the application or you can call it as a product. Okay now, so this thing we are going to develop. So here what is the meaning of prototyping model? Prototyping itself name indicating that we are going to develop a toy model of an application. Whatever the customer giving the requirement to us, based on that requirement we are giving him a exact look of how the application will look at the final stage of an development. So that kind of prototyping we are doing. So whenever we are collecting requirement from the customer, after collecting the requirement we are developing, or we can say it as we are producing an application in such a way that by looking and feeling it exactly looks like how the final product or final application will looks like. So that's the reason a prototype model is a software development model in which prototype is built, and after building we are going to test it and reworked until it acceptable. Okay now, until it is acceptable. Focus on the word acceptable prototype is achieved. Acceptable prototype means what? First thing we have to think about why they are developing a prototype model, because in other models we are gathering the requirement from the customer and we are developing an application and finally we are releasing it to the customer. Then what is the need of developing an prototype model? When we are going to use this prototype model means, first scenario, whenever customer is not focused about his requirement, in the sense customer is not aware about what all are the requirement he need to develop his application or to produce any of the product to the social thing. So here what they are doing is they are going to go to the company, customer is going to the company and he is giving the requirement but he is not sure about his requirement. In such a scenario the company people will develop an prototype model, a toy model. Okay, it's exactly looks like how the final product will look. A toy model he will develop and he will give it to the customer. So that's the reason they are telling an acceptable prototype is achieved. Until that time a prototype is built, tested and reworked on it until the acceptable prototype is achieved. Okay now, and another definition is it also create the base to produce the final system or a software. This is what final system or a software. So prototype model will also act as a base. It acts as a base. Why we are calling? Because whenever we are develop an application or going to develop an application, we have to start from the scratch point. Scratch point means what? Collecting requirement from customer, designing it, developing it, testing it. Okay, after that implementing it, maintenance phase, all these things will become. This thing will become whenever the requirement from the customer is exactly correct and he don't want to change any of the requirement. That time all steps we are going to follow. When customer only is not satisfied with his requirement, he is not sure about what all are the things he need to add, that time a company is going to develop an prototype model. So that can be act as a base to produce a final system or software. And also it works best in the scenario where the project requirements are not known in the details. As we seen, it is when the requirements are not known in the detail. By whom? Not by the company, by the customer, because every company or every software company or software worker is working for what? Whatever the requirement from the customer they are getting, so that they has to be executed in 100% proper application or 100% proper product. So that is the reason until the customer is not giving the proper requirement, we cannot say that that product is a final product. So that's the reason the project's requirements are not known in the detail by the customer side. That time we are going to use the prototype model. So prototype model is what? It is a toy product, or you can say it as a look and feel of the application. Whenever we are developing prototype model, the look and feel of that application or a prototype model is exactly same look when we develop all the application at the final maintenance stage. When we release it to the customer, how our application will look, same, exactly same kind of the thing will be done in a prototype model. So we also call it as a toy model. So toy kind of the thing we are going to develop to show the customer how your product may look like, how it may feel. Okay na? So this is all about the definition of prototype model. So next we are going to see the phases. So what are the stage we are having? Stages we are comes under the prototype model are, first one is the requirement gathering. So we know that whenever we want to develop any of the application, that time what we have to do? We have to listen to the customer, what is his requirement, what all are the things he need it in his application. So that stage we calling it as what? Requirement gathering. Once the requirement gathering is done, next what we are going to do? We are going to quick design it, or before designing we are going to decide if the customer giving any of the requirement. So we are going to decide whether how the look of the application should look. Okay, these are the customer requirements. Suppose he said like, okay, I want the front page, here I want the logo, okay, here I want the username and the password button. He given it in a orally, we are writing it, and okay, and after writing what we are doing? We are deciding how exactly the prototype model will looks like. So that quick decision will be done. After the quick decision, what the thing we are going? Build a prototype, gather the requirement, okay, decision will be taken, and immediately we have to build the prototype. After building the prototype, what we are going to do? Customer, we are going to release it to the customer. So what we are going to do? So whatever the prototype model or toy model will be developed, that we are going to release it to the customer. We are going to show him like, see, exactly this is how your application will looks like. This is the toy model or the prototype model we have developed for you based on your requirement. So like that, exactly based on your requirement, it will looks exactly like this. So based on that, seeing the prototype, if customer evolution, customer thinking like, okay, whatever the requirement I have given, exactly it is looking like that only, means what will happen? Okay, they are going to go for the next step. Okay, if suppose think that customer said like, okay, I have given the requirement, but I think the logo should be come at the right side or the left side, I don't want, I want it at the right side, and username password should be come into the next page. So this again requirement will be changed by the customer. This is what the meaning of prototype development means. Whenever customer is not sure about his requirement, he is given some of his requirement, we have gathered from him, decision we have taken, then we have developed the prototype and we are releasing that prototype to him. If the customer is not satisfied with the prototype, then what we have to do? Based on the customer suggestion, we have to again take the requirement. Okay, he said like logo he don't want in the left side, he want it in the right side. Okay, chalo, again we have to take the requirement, again we have to start with what? Again gathering requirement from him, again quick decision, again building the re-prototyping. That is what the meaning I want to tell it here. Reworked. Reworked means what? This is what the reworked means. Reworked means what? After building prototype, customer satisfaction is very important. If he is not satisfied with the prototype model what the company has developed, he will change the requirement or he may add the new requirement. What he added new requirement? Now he want username and the password field should be displayed in the next page. This is a new requirement added. And what is the requirement change we call? If logo is not required in the left side, he want it in the right side. He want the logo, but he want to change the position of the logo. So this is we call it as changing of the requirement, or we may call it as a new requirement. When the prototype developed, customer will see all the thing. If he is not satisfied, again we have to refine the requirement and we have to take the customer suggestion. Again we have to start from step 1, that is gathering requirement, quick decision. Again prototype we are developing. So once the prototype is developed, after taking the multiple requirement from the customer, multiple changes of the prototype model 1, 2, 3, like this, so many things we have developed, then what we are going to do, we are going to show it to the customer. Suppose think that prototype number 5 model we are going to show it to the customer. After 100 of changes has been done by the customer, or after adding new requirement, model 5, prototype model 5 or a toy model of an application will be shown to the customer. Now the customer is satisfied with his product, means our application. After changing lot of things, he is satisfied. Now what we are going to do, once the customer is satisfied with the prototype model, next we are going to check with the acceptance by the customer. After the acceptance by the customer, next finally we are going to, what we are going to do, we are going to design it in a real time. I am not saying prototype is a real time application, it is the exact look, exact view of the, if you want a real time example, before constructing any of the house, we are going to build a blueprint of that house. So how we are going to see that how the house will looks, where the kitchen will come, where puja room will come, where the hall will come, living area, all those things will be seen in the blueprint. Based on the blueprint, if any of the owner want to change any of the small changes, again we need going to do that changes in the blueprint. Same thing, once the owner is ready with his blueprint, he said okay, all the planning is good, now we start with the construction. Construction means what? Real time they are going to construct, not by just seeing the blueprint. So same thing, once the customer acceptance will be done by the prototype model, then they are going to design it. After the designing, they are going to implementation part, they will code based on the requirement. Again they need Java code, backend what they need, front end what they need, HTML code and database what required. Based on that they will do the coding. Once the coding phase is done, next we are going to go for testing. So testing means, again we know that in SDLC model manual testing will be there, automation testing will be there, again in so many types of testing will be there. In every step and every system, everything we are going to test it in the testing phase. After the testing, now we are going to go for the maintenance phase. This all will be covered in where? This all will be covered in a iterative development. These first 4 steps, requirement gathering, quick decision, building prototype, customer verification, again re-verifying of the requirement, this step will come under the prototype model. Once the customer accepted the prototype model, designing, implementation, testing, maintenance, these 4 steps will come under iterative development. And you have to see the difference here. In prototype model, 4 things we are doing: gathering the requirement, quick decision we are doing, prototype we are getting ready, and asking for the customer, is it okay? If he said okay, then we are coming for the remaining below steps. So after this step also, if customer want to change any of the application, any of the small requirement, that time again we have to go back to the gathering of requirement, again all the steps we need to do. So here, that's the name they call it as iterative development. Iteratively we have to change. First one model got ready based on the prototype 5, the customer satisfied with the prototype 5, so we design, implemented, testing, maintenance done, model 1 done here. Till this stage model 1 done. So next in the after model 1, if customer want to add any another requirement, then we have to start with again gathering requirement, designing, implementing, testing and maintenance. So these steps we iteratively we are going one by one. That's the name it called as iterative development model. This is another complete concept is there. But when we are adding these steps into the prototype model, so first part we are calling it as prototype and second part we are calling it as iterative development model. So this is how the exactly steps looks like for the prototype stages. Next comes advantages. So till now we seen what is the prototype model, why we are developing the prototype model, and what are the stages in the prototype model. Okay, so now what are the advantages in the prototype model we are going to see. First advantage they are telling, support early product marketing. So support early product marketing means what? Suppose if you want to give the real time example, what it could be means, early marketing. Suppose take it as a mobiles. Okay, nowadays what they are doing, OnePlus is there and iPhone is there. So all these things what they are doing, they are building a prototype for the advertisement purpose, or you can say it as in advertisement we see like that mobile phones will become from the edge of the these things, and all the things what they are doing is they are showing it for advertisement purpose, how the look will be, how the look of the phone will be, how exactly the color of the phone, how the look and feel of the application, if you use it, how thin it is, what is the width of the phone, height of the phone, camera quality, all those things they are going to show it in a advertisement, but they are not going to show it in a real time, like before releasing only they are going to show it for the advertisement purpose, because they want to do the marketing of the product before they are releasing the product into the real time. So they are not going to show us the each and every feature, how it is working and how exactly it is executing. So same thing, prototyping advantage is that one only, it support the early product marketing. Early product marketing means what? We are releasing the one prototype model, releasing it to the customer and asking him, see, this is how your application or the product will looks like, so is it okay with you? So that's what we calling it as early product marketing. And next, requirements are changing and uncommitted. So when you talk about the SDLC model, okay, now sorry, waterfall model, then what will happen? The requirement will be freezed in the waterfall model. What we are doing? We are requirement gathering we are doing in the first stage, planning we are doing until we come to the maintenance phase and release it to the customer. Complete requirement will be freezed in the waterfall model. But in prototype model, what we are doing? Every time, every condition we are talking with the customer and we are showing each and every stage of the prototype model to the customer. If he is not satisfied with the requirement what he given and what the prototype we have developed, then again he is allowing us to change it. Okay, this is what the changes I need, and that's the reason uncommitted requirement will be there. Committed requirement means what? Okay, this is what the exact requirement I have given. Until you release it to me, I am not going to give any of the requirement. That is a committed kind of requirement. Uncommitted means what? Here customer only are not sure about what are the requirement he need. So one main advantage is here customer will be interfere in every stage of the prototyping model. In the sense, after developing first prototype, he can change it or he can add a new feature. Again we are developing prototype, again we are showing it to him. So uncommitted requirement and changing of requirement will be allowed in the prototype model compared to the other models. This is a main advantage in the prototype model. And reduce the maintenance cost. This is a very important advantage here, we can say. Reducing the maintenance cost means what? Every time, see here in the diagram, every time whenever we are developing a prototype, we are displaying it to the customer. So whenever customer changing the requirement or adding the new requirement, again while repeating the same step, again while building the prototype, we got to know that what are the mistake we have done. Okay, not like mistake in the sense requirement mistake, that will be given by the customer. Mistakes in the sense, suppose look and feel of the application, front end part of the application, or some features or some colors. So those all things, if we are doing any small slight of the mistakes, we are again recovering it in the next model of the prototype. So doing it the repeatedly at the final stage. At the final stage means when the maintenance stage come, no, that time we are having low maintenance cost. It's not like taken the requirement and directly released to the customer, but customer is unable to see how to use the application or where which page is there, which button is comes under which page, what are the link to enter to open the application. Again maintenance cost will be more, but in the prototype it will be reduced in the this model. Next, errors can be detected much earlier as the system is made side by side. These 2 points you can say it as a very important advantages in the prototype model, because every time whenever we are repeating the product application development, that same thing we are identifying our mistakes, either it from the customer side or it from the development side. Okay, this time we have developed the first prototype, but we forgot to add some of the background color or some of the maybe buttons we forget to add, some link we forget to copy paste, some content is missing. So that can be detected in next prototype model, and that is the reason much earlier we can able to identify how the system will looks like if we didn't added this and if we added extra things to that. So these all things will be detected before only. So these are the, I can say these are the two main advantages of prototype model. So next comes disadvantages. So every application, every model having advantage means definitely will have a disadvantage. When it comes to the prototype, first disadvantage is difficult to know how long the project will last. This is a very important disadvantage we can say. It's like difficult to know how long the project will be last, because what is the process going on here? Gathering requirement, quick decision, prototype developed, showing or displaying it to the customer. When customer is only not sure about his requirement, what to add in his product or the application, until he come to the final stage, we have developed almost more than a 5 or 6, or might be it may increase. So those many prototypes we are developing means what will happen? We don't know how long the project will be taken time to release the exact module or exact real-time application. So this is difficult to identify how long it will take. If it is taking too long time, it will be a more time required for releasing of the project or working on the same project for the same worker. It may another issues we are going to get it. Next disadvantage is it is a time consuming process. Same thing, if we don't know if we can't predict the time, then how much time will be needed to release the main application until the customer satisfied with the prototype model. We cannot predict that how much time consuming process it is, because every time we are gathering requirement, releasing the product or prototype to the customer, again adding the requirement, it may take too long time. So we cannot predict it. When it comes to require a customer collaboration, here okay, customer collaboration is a very important part, because in a prototype model only customer involvement will be more compared to the other models, because he is not sure. So what he needed, until he is sure, till that time we have developed lot of the products. Once he is sure, we are going to release the product. Before releasing to the real product, what all are the things will be happen with the customer is costs, customer money. Okay na, whenever if we are talking about the how much long the time will take and how much time we are going to elaborate the project, those things will be time consuming. When it is taking time consuming, definitely the cost of the customer or the money will be increased, because he is investing in that project but he is not sure about what he needed. So definitely the cost of the customer will be increased, and needs the committed customer. Committed customer means what? Suppose some customers will be there. Suppose think that in real time you are having some shop or a medical shop or something you are having. Some customer will come and they will ask for some medicine, and you are not having the exact same company medicine, but you have the another company medicine with the same name. What they will do? First they will purchase it and they will go and they will show it to some person, or they will discuss with someone. If they say it, okay, no, not this one exact company medicines only you need, means what they will do? They will come and they will give it back to you, and they want their money back. So those kind of thing not needed. So that kind of thing also be happened in a prototype model. Why? How it will happen in a prototype model means some customer will be there. They will come first. They will give. They will see the prototype model 1. Okay, they will change the requirement. Next, they will release the prototype 2. Again, they will change the requirement. They will be in the prototype 3. So when the customer see the prototype model 3, still he is not satisfied with his requirement, because he don't know what he need in his product. So that time what will happen? There is a chances are there he may leave the project. Okay, now because he is not committed to the company. Like okay, I think this project will not look good. I think it won't work. So many reasons they are having. So that's the reason needs a committed customer. Until he is sure about his requirement, until the real-time application is released, till that time he should be committed to the customer. Next is difficult to finish if the customer will leave the company. This is what the thing will happen. These two things will be happen when the customer is not sure about his requirement. He may leave the company at any moment. That can be loss for him or loss for the company, and maybe two customer specific. This prototype model is two customer specific thing, because we are giving rights to him every time whenever the prototype is built. Every time we are allowing him to change and add the new requirement. So these are the some disadvantages of the prototype model. Next we are going to see the summary. Like, see, they are telling general view of what is expected from the software product. This means what? Whenever customer is giving requirement, first thing he should be sure. If he is not sure about his requirement, then we are going for the prototype model. So this thing what will happen means, in such scenario where there is an absence of detailed information regarding the input to the system. So in the prototype model, when we are gathering requirement from the customer, releasing it to him, so that time there is a input, whatever input we are giving to the system, either it is any application, any coding or any software we are using, that should be very clear. What we are doing, that should be very clear. So then only the process will be increased, the progress will be done. So that is the reason the prototype model we are going to use when there is a no surety about the requirement from the customer side. Thank you.